This is
Throwing Shade, where feminasty Aaron Gibson
and homosensual Brian Safi
take a look at the headlines in politics
and pop culture
and treat them with much less respect than they deserve.
Can you handle it?
This week's the week, Aaron, your big week.
I have tickets for Sunday at 2 p.m.
For 50
the
Shades.
Sexiest day and hour.
Excuse me, you're seeing 50 Shades on Sunday?
Yeah, right after church.
Aaron, there is so much wrong
I'm going
with that.
through him, with him, in him, and then I'm going to the movies and going through him, with him, in him.
Literally.
Well,
hello?
no, it would be the other way. Through her, with him, in her.
I'll tell you this. It would be crazy to me, and I didn't read the book because I don't know
20
how to
minutes
read.
of sex
it wasn't
in
even
the movie.
personal. You're kidding.
That's what someone said.
There's 20 minutes of sex in a movie about sex? What
you
the
think there
fuck
should be
else?
more?
Yes. It should be only sex. That's all.
The movie's only 25 minutes long.
Oh, well, then that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's opening credits, and then Beyonce going, oh, and then sex.
That's
and then
Beyonce
nothing.
doing it?
Yeah. But here's my question. In the book or in the movie, I feel like as kinky as it gets, I bet you anything they never have anal sex. I bet that's too much. And B, I feel like she probably never pegs him. And wouldn't someone who's super into kink do that? I don't know. I'm making many generalizations.
It depends on what kind of kink, because if it's like pure BDSM, it's all about control.
What does BDSM mean?
Bondage.
S&M.
Sadomasochistic.
But
bondage.
why?
What's
what's
the
the D? Then you know what? That's
Is
a
it
cheat.
like Tumblr, but they took out the vowels?
Then that's a cheat.
Yeah.
It should be BSM.
Yeah, but that sounds like BM. I think that's why they don't do it.
Oh yeah. Well, I have a BSM, and I'm gonna use it in that movie. Bullshit meter.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
How much?
Thank you very much.
What kind of bullshit?
How much?
Are you going to see it?
I go. Of course. I don't know when, but I'm going in. I ask one question in a movie: how much bullshit is in this movie?
Yeah.
And then I go in with
Do
my.
you say it
meter.
out loud?
Absolutely. Before the movie starts.
With popcorn in your mouth?
Absolutely, just full popcorn in my mouth. I go, how much bullshit is in this movie? And then throughout the movie, I just count it off. 1, and then until the second bullshit.
Oh, you actually count the amount of bullshit.
Yes, and then at the end I go.
What's the measurement? Grams?
Yes, and
Yeah.
then at the end I go 26 grams.
Yeah, 21 grams, but
Yeah,
it's about
21
bullshit.
grams.
Yeah.
Colon, not the movie. Bullshit.
It's not the weight of a human soul.
No,
It's
I don't believe
yeah.
in souls or anything like that.
You don't think they weigh
I'm not
21
pagan.
grams?
I'm not pagan. The Grammys I thought were. I was supposed to say they were great. I don't give a shit.
Everyone said they were boring.
They were really
until
boring.
Kanye did a joke, and then at backstage was like, "Not a joke. I'm mad."
I do actually.
Why would you do that? Just be mad. Do your thing.
Yeah.
Everyone expects you to go up stage and be an asshole about someone getting an award, so just do it.
Also, like, who takes the Grammys seriously? It's just a joke. I mean, that's like a jokey award show.
What does it
to
do?
be like, what's the best song of the year? Well, it might be Shake It Off. You know what? It's so stupid.
What does it do for artists?
It gives capital gains. It basically means that sort of like what after a movie's nominated for Best Picture, it could maybe see an increase in sales. But I don't know how true that is anymore.
Well, Beyonce, she's already sold all the records.
She
ran out.
That's true.
Sam Smith, it would probably work for, because I know there's people who are like, who's this? There's some older women who are like, who's this handsome young man? Maybe he'll wed me one day.
I bet you're right.
Yeah.
And it's clearly a woman, I don't know, from a village that doesn't get television or barely electricity.
Yeah, like Tacoma.
It's
or
the woman
something.
from Oliver.
Yeah.
Who's like, maybe he'll wed me. Best album of the year should have been La Boheme.
La Boheme.
The opera.
Oh, okay.
I listened to that.
I doubt you've ever been to an opera.
Opera?
Yeah.
Oh God, I love it.
You just confirmed
I
it. Yeah.
love it. I go.
Where do you go?
I go straight
Don't
to
say
the
Sydney.
opera.
No.
I go straight to the opera.
What's the address?
The opera. You go right to the. I just go right to the opera. I get in my car. Sorry. I
First
get in
step,
the car and
yeah.
I say, "Well, I'd love to hear Renee tonight," and then they take me to the opera.
What's your driver's name?
Joan.
Like that? There's a lot of A's.
Very foreign. He's very foreign.
One of my friends started doing Botox and I didn't even know it.
Really?
And I've kind of sort of been thinking about maybe doing a tiny filler on the top lip.
After all the shit I've gone through when I told you I wanted to do that,
But you don't have, but I have a problem, you don't.
you don't have a problem.
I don't have a problem, you don't have a problem.
Well, then maybe neither of us should get something done.
Wait, I don't want to do this pack. We should go both get it done at the same time.
Yes, that's the way to go.
But I want to get just a tiny, I want like,
Listen.
just like a needle that you would use on
I'll
Thumbelina.
give you a really deep discount and I'll do it myself.
I don't do fix a flat in my mouth.
No, I'm not doing that. No, this is just going to be like bubble gum. I put
You're going to chew bubble gum and put it in
I
my...
chew bubble gum and then I slice open your face. I stick the bubble gum in and I sort it.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't... So I'll look like just Snaggletooth Dracula?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go to a Russian nurse, thank you.
Fair enough. Well, I'm not on Grindr. So don't accuse
anymore.
me. No, you didn't accuse me. You know, I've never been on it.
How do you grind your cumin?
Oh, I see what
for
you're
your
saying.
recipes.
Oh, I'm not on the app Grindr that says here are the things you can grind at home.
Yes.
Like herbs.
Yeah.
I'm not on that Grindr.
Oh.
I'm not on any Grindr.
Are you on Hookup Grindr?
Not on Hookup Grindr either. I've never been on it, but I know all about it. That sounds like I just lied, doesn't it? But anyway, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I always want to know if there's someone 10 feet away who wants to fuck.
Exactly. So Matt Moore, who is a 20-ish, different than Michael Moore and different than any other person that you're thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Whatever's registering for you, I think is wrong. Matt Moore is an ex-gay activist, meaning that he's a member of the ex-gay community, which doesn't really exist, but is basically like, I used to be gay, and things are so much better for me now.
That I'm pretending.
Exactly, that I'm living a lie. So basically...
That guy smiles like this.
Exactly.
Why don't they just call themselves straight?
I think they call themselves ex-gay to give themselves a name to like
because they're not actually straight.
Because they still have. I think a lot of them still have like urges and tendencies.
Right? So they're bisexual.
And I think they honestly call themselves ex-gay to promote the fact that you can change,
survive it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So about a year ago, this guy Matt Moore was found on Grindr, with like a profile and had 1 million.
Was his dick out?
No, he was just a face.
You can't do that there, right?
You can't do that there. They take you right off. But so yeah, this guy was caught on Grindr like a year ago and has been on it. And he had a few things to sort of defend himself. He said that he was sending pictures to guys, but that he was wrong in being on Grindr and that he hasn't changed his views on homosexuality. And he says that, I can honestly say I didn't have any kind of sexual conversations with anyone. Lie. Anyone who sent me any kind of explicit photos or conversations, I blocked immediately. So the latest thing he did this week, which I think he thought was well-intentioned, but is actually bonkers and really no defense, was he sort of defended the conservative church's views on homosexuality and compared them, basically said, guys, I get that you think that the church persecutes you, but we're not as bad as ISIS and what they're doing. And so he went on this whole thing.
Oh, good. They're not beheading people?
Exactly.
Oh, cool.
And so he said, there are words that I see used by Americans, both gay and straight, to describe the church's stance on sexuality. But I'd like you to step back for a second and consider what's happening across the pond.
No,
which
don't
I've
change
never
this.
heard. Also, across
About
the pond
the
is
Middle
London.
East?
Yeah, exactly.
Across the pond to the Middle East.
Across the pond and 10,000 miles further. What he is actually talking about is, and these weren't as widely distributed as I thought they should have been, but I guess ISIS found this man, I think more than one, who was allegedly gay. They blindfolded him, took him to the top of a 7th-story building, and threw him off. The guy, this is horrifying. The guy survived the fall, and so then they stoned him to death on the ground for being gay. And that was the reason. They're saying he was allegedly gay, which I think he was, but they didn't confirm it. So it's I don't know. I hate, and then he writes, disagree with this if you wish, that's your prerogative, but we're not going to throw you off a roof for it. Step back and look at the world and reevaluate your definitions of love and hate. What ISIS is doing was what real hatred looks like. Dude, why would you even want to compare your religion to terrorism? Why would you even go down that fucking road? You're an idiot. You're just shooting yourself in the foot. And in this guy's defense, but only semi-defense, he is in like his mid-20s. So he is
I don't care. I
kind of don't either. And I looked at this and I thought, like, this guy's young. I don't want to just like slam him through the roof. Clearly, and by the way, since he has come out as ex-gay, he has a lot of friends who won't talk to him, some family that won't talk to him, like, who think that that's crazy. Do you know what I mean? Who are sort of like, or not who won't talk to him, but don't accept it.
Who are super
Christian? Who are like, you're gay. No, who were like, just be who you are. Why are you doing this?
Well, that's not right of those people.
It isn't.
To be like, you're gay, but you're going to be ex-gay, so you better leave.
I get, though, that it would be hard to support something like that. But yeah, I mean, you shouldn't, like I said, compassion and dignity. Like, if you really, I feel sorry for this guy. I feel sorry for anyone going through this kind of thing, that you don't have it in you to love yourself enough that much, or to even think that there would be a superpower out there that would hate you for being who you are.
Does he have a lot of followers? Does he feel like he can't back away from this thing because he's built like
maybe?
But
look at like Exodus International was an empire until the founders of that were like, guess what? We lived a lie. It doesn't work. Bye. Yeah. We're getting married.
They got married?
I know they're still I don't know if they got married or if they're just still together, but it's one of those.
Did they get a dog?
I'm sure.
I bet it's a Brussels Griffin.
I can't tell if that's...
Because here's what's good about a Brussels. You go walking down the street or a grocery store, if you have that farm, if you've got a therapist to like write you one of those therapy dog licenses.
I don't know what kind of people you hang out with. I don't know what you do
I'm
on
saying,
your weekends.
wherever you go with your Brussels, people stop to say, what an adorable Wookiee-looking dog.
That's actually a great reason not to get a Brussels, but go ahead.
And you can say, isn't it funny that we have this cute dog because we used to be against gay people? and you start a conversation.
If you could write down a list of your doctors before I leave so that I know where to drive you after this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Dr. Kevorkian.
Did you ever think it was youth space in space Asia?
Euthanasia?
Yeah.
I wish
the first
it
time
were.
I heard that when I was young, I was like, I wonder why they're calling it youth in Asia. Do they kill themselves over there?
Well, Fox News is at it again.
Oh.
So on Saturday, hedge fund founder Jonathan Hoenig, I think that's how you say his name, Hoenig, he went on Fox News to prove that you don't need to be smart to be rich.
That's true.
He was talking about mandatory vaccines, and he made the leap that government intrusion would lead to forced abortions.
Government intrusion.
Government intrusion for forced vaccines.
Oh, right.
Would lead to forced abortions.
This fucking vaccine thing is so crazy that they're getting on that bandwagon.
We
hate science. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly. He said, think about where this could lead if government gets involved in science and medicine. The nerve!
I know. A worse country.
Government involved in science?
Can you imagine?
We might actually go to the moon.
Yeah, exactly.
He said, forced sterilizations, forced abortion, forced pills, forced treatments. He just treatments
Just general forced pills.
Forced spa days.
Yeah.
Not even the dumbest thing.
Can you imagine the world we would live in if there was just no government interference for everything? It would be
until you got
It'd be
sick.
the road. Yeah.
Yeah. Fox and Friends were discussing Frozen. Steve Doocy says,
"Oh God, he is. I don't know which one's worse, Kilmeade or Doocy, but they're both idiots."
Well, Doocy, I wish
they make Elizabeth Hasselbeck look like a genius.
I know, she looks like Albert Einstein compared to them.
Yeah, I feel like Steve Doocy's the kind of guy who's like, I could do a stand-up special. I feel like he'd be like, I could do that.
So he said that Frozen is, this is a quote, empowering girls, but turning our men into fools and villains.
I don't know what to do. I mean, it makes me, it just is so shocking. Isn't it shocking that people, just like.
Oh, the minute you turn the gender table, everyone's awake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also love that strength of women.
Hi, welcome to what we've been doing.
Weakness of men. That the two are somehow go together.
It's a yin and yang, and the fish are always swimming over each other.
I do want to admit that I a little bit think Brian Kilmeade is cute. A little bit.
I don't know.
They all dumb guy.
They all look like my accountant.
Now I don't think he's cute. Yeah, you're right. Now I don't think he's cute.
Oh, because you said it out loud?
That happened really fast. Yeah, I said it out loud. I said it out loud and then it went away.
What happened? Your boner went away?
Yeah.
You've had a boner this whole time.
I've had a boner this entire
years.
Yeah.
So they had this woman, Penny Nance, who really, could you get a better name for an early Beatles?
No, I think I saw her at Hamburger Mary. She did drag bingo the other night.
Penny Nance.
Penny Nance.
She only does Beatles covers.
Yeah.
She is the CEO of Concerned Women for America. So she said, I don't know how she talks. I'm just going to do a voice. It's not just Disney, but Hollywood in general has often sent the message that men are superfluous, that they're stupid, that they're in the way, and if they contribute anything to a family, it's a paycheck. That's just not true, and it's not good social science. First of all, you came up with you're doing your whole fucking Circus Maximus by yourself. You're the clown, you're the lion, you're the guy with the top hat.
Yeah.
You're doing it all, and you're making it sound like we all think this.
Yeah.
No one has ever said that Frozen is bad for boys.
And no one also has ever said, like, have you ever noticed how Hollywood depicts men so poorly? Like, that's
never.
Not even idiots say that.
She said, we want to raise real men. We want to encourage masculinity and not villainize masculinity.
Mission accomplished.
So, what is taking him to Frozen gonna? How is this gonna suddenly unravel all of the weird gender shit that you're reinforcing?
You have to do what I do with my children. Well, first I say, God, guys, I totally forgot you were here. And then I say, today we're going to sit down and watch a movie, and I explain Frozen, and then I explain to them, I say, those are bitches who are out to fucking get you.
Yeah.
You got that, boys? And then I say, and then when the song Let It Go comes on, I sing, guys, we're going to change the lyrics from Let It Go to She's a Hoe. And we're going to sing that.
That's good. So these are your sons? I thought you only had 2 daughters.
I did. They were stolen. And then
your sons were stolen and you got them back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like a wallet or a watch.
Yes, yeah. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. But they can't sell those.
Penny said, only last year, criticized the term war on women as phony, focus group rhetoric geared to raise money and hackles among Democrats, and strongly oppose the reversal of women serving in combat. So she's clearly a very happy woman who loves other women, really concerned women for America, but not for women. Yeah. Concerned women for the men of America. And fuck you, ladies. We don't care.
Yep.
And she loves, and as I mentioned, she loves Crushed Velvet. So I can't think of.
Yeah. Do you think she likes the song Black Velvet? Does she like Alana Miles?
Oh, yeah. And she sings it with like a lateral lisp. Black velvet and a little bush. I had a friend in high school who sang every single Matchbox 20 song with a lateral lisp. Yeah. Like, what's that? What's one of their songs?
God bless. I don't remember. I can't think.
Do you remember any of their songs?
What? I remember that song you did with Santana, but that was a Matchbox.
Yeah,
it's just like the ocean.
Okay, so
under the moon.
So she would sing it like that. It's the same with man emotion, and I get you.
Remember how that Santana album sold like 100 million copies?
And then he was like,
in those videos, like.
And then he was like, guess what I'm gonna do next? Women's shoes.
Oh, that's right. He did. Did he call them Santandals?